Hello, everyone, and welcome
Hello.
to the final of this little chapter of City of Strays. Sorry it's not on the usual day. Sorry it's been a while. Life finds a way. Um, I will hand you over to our lovely storyteller, Bard. Hi, Bard.
Hey, hey. Thank you all for joining us. I'm very excited to close the loop, so to speak, on this wonderful, wonderful game. There will be a few things happening here that will not be in the, let's say, usual way of a usual little wickedness game. But,
Mm.
well, you see, I use any and all pronouns. And right now I am a Caucasian female presenting person with blue eyeliner and brownish hair, brownish reddish hair, and black shirt, sitting in front of a dark blue background. Uh, let's hit it up to my wonderful players. Magpie, what do we see?
Hello. So at the minute, I'm not visible on account of I look like I've been dug up recently. Um, I have a little bit of the sniffles. So I have a wonderful pit crew. Credits to, I hope I pronounce this correctly, is Beidou's avatar maker over on pit crew, which is in my opinion one of the coolest. Um, yeah. So I'm playing a character called the Dahlia Helianthus. She is a white femme presenting person. She has long red hair, sort of slightly eerie eyes that just about glow from underneath her veil. Yeah, you can find me at most places at Antique Horror, and usually I have my face. Am I ping ponging?
I'd say yes, but at this point,
Oh,
hello and thank you so much for the raid, Steve. Welcome everybody from Pancer's Tables.
oh my God! Hello, hi,
Oh my god, it's a Cis. And
hello,
it's a man.
it's
No man, you're beautiful. So while we're talking about Pencil's tables, a person that's always or that I met at Pencil's tables and that's always a delight to play with, Adi.
Hello, people of the internet. I am RDMK. I go by Fab, he, him. You would see a uh, m- m- you would see a moderately handsome brown-skinned man, bald, wearing large earphones, wearing a drawing glove, and bedecked in the colors of a wild Hawaiian shirt. Um, no facial hair, and just a glint in the eye and a smile on the grin. And I'm behind me is a green background, which is distracting you from everything that is behind it, very intentionally. I will be playing Madeline, the wild soul. She is a she's a brown skinned femme presenting person with black hair and who wears casual athletic leisure. Um, is there anything I'm missing? No. You can find me on a bunch of places on the internet. You can find me on Panzer Stables, where I do a bunch of things. And I will be doing a few more things. But usually I run a Blades in the Dark game, which is one of the channel's long form campaign games. I am also on Rollers Joint, where I am currently going to be part of a very fun game that is going to be played there as well. Yes, yes, someone heard. I'm also completing well, time and the scheduling BBEG has forced us to push off our completion of our To Serve Her Wintry Hunger game for a little later in November. But that's going to be finished. Um, that's more about it. You can find me at RDMK on both Blue Sky and on YouTube, and Noonlight Creations on Instagram. And I will bounce it to, not because I don't have any other options, but because Caleb is one of my favorite people. Caleb.
Hello, everyone. My name is Callum. My pronouns are they, them, and new. I am a non-binary person with medium brown hair that goes down to my shoulders. I've got too much facial hair at the moment and a horrible spot above my lips. I'm wearing big square glasses, a black, like, fluffy coat, and fading light, like bright turquoise Power Rangers Pride shirt that I won't get rid of until it fully destroys itself, which is pretty close to, because like you can barely see the image anymore, which is really sad. Um, I am playing the Pure Heart, who has a yet untested name that I've been playing as not being able to settle on a name, despite everyone's cries for please for help. And they are a giant metal statue of a bird that changes material. Specifically a cormorant, or cormorant adjacent bird. And I cannot for the life of me remember what the hell happened last time. So we're going in proper clean.
Don't worry, I know.
I also know I have concerning notes.
I vaguely remember, yeah, same, concerning.
When we, since it's all of us, Magpie, since you have so wonderful concerning notes, would you like to share with the class?
I have, there are rumors about us befriending owls. We get a rock through the window is the most, like, largest one written at the bottom of the page.
All right, that was the cliffhanger from last time. Thank you so much on that.
And then I've written them in different places. Hold on. I think I just have that one from last time as the main one. And then even bigger on a previous page, if anyone would like to know, is the owls can shapeshift, question mark.
Right. Now the owls can shapeshift. Well, the owls can grow up, as we have seen, as a little friend Barnaby not only lost his lisp, but his also very footballish shape.
Oh, he's not.
Yeah,
He's no
Barnaby is a
longer
real boy now.
huntable.
Isn't it fun? Also, what you also saw last time was that owls are, at least it seems like it, are in fact able to cast magic without paying the cost, which usually is very high for this world. So yeah, we resume where we left off. There's a rock flying through your window.
I would immediately try and get some of my, I don't know, exercise equipment to try and fucking fight this off. Like, I immediately spring up with like 2 dumbbells in my arms. Like,
All right. What does the rest of the party do?
I do remember I'm starting a band with Barnaby, right?
Mhm.
So I think I'm in the other room with a collection of instruments, and I don't know about the rock because we're trying to create rock in this room.
Yeah, you're creating true art.
I think Dahlia is having a little bit of enough of the situation to hand. She has seen a lot of changes that she doesn't necessarily like at the moment. She is seeing a lot of unrest that is not swinging in the favor of the people. Um, and despite the fact that she more or less knows that the person that did this is on her side, she has the habit of letting her rage get a little bit too close to the bone. Um, One of Dahlia's abilities is also used to conjure spirits, pass unseen, and lay curses. If I wanted to play with the latter, how would that work?
Tell me what you want to burn, and you get free reigns about curses or spirits or whatever. You get one action to do fun magic stuff while your soul burns away.
Oh, I love that. Okay.
Right?
um, so one of Dahlia's qualities is that she is wise beyond her years. I feel like acting out in a fit of rage is not necessarily playing to wisdom and is instead playing to the heart of the supernova of a planet that she is known for creating. Um, I think in one fell swoop, she follows Mads to the doorway. And in this sort of heat of anger, the sun that burns between her antlers flares like a solar storm. And you just see this very bright, nice magic turn to a dark mist. And it's going to seep into the waterways in the streets.
Ooh, what does it do?
I think she's not too sure. But to anyone else looking on the outside, it will create a oil slick on the water, and to those that drink it, they will begin to feel a slow degradation of their life force. Not death, but an exhaustion. It's the weariness of hollowed out oak trees.
Hmm. You are in in a city governed by a bird, and now that your wisdom leaves you with a sharp, burning pain, you spill oil, and a part of you hopes it gets in their feathers and never lets go again.
Absolutely.
The thing is, though,
Oh
no, wait, before we do that, Adi, what are you doing with the people outside?
Well, she is just like what was thrown into the house? A fucking rug?
A rock around
A
this
rock.
big. If it would have hit any of you, it would have hurt.
It's a big
lot.
bird.
I uh, I think
Yes.
she would just like go up to the door and slam it open and just stand at the door front, like as the sparks are kind of like flaring up, and she looks at all of the people out there assembled and collected, and there is what are the things that I can burn?
Everything on your character sheet that you picked out for a character. Except for the one category you've said, like, that is my character. There you can just strike it through instead of blacken it.
Right, yeah.
So you have a chance to get it back.
This would be a great time to
Or
grab
you
my
could ask
fucking
me as
notes.
the city to burn something.
Sorry?
You could ask me as the city to burn something of me.
No. I'll burn something off myself. Thank you. I think the last thing that she'd burnt was the memory of why she had got into this place, right? Or like this current condition. I think,
First part of your story.
yeah, the first part. I think she will at this point, like, yeah, the second part, the how. Sorry, what is the second part?
The second part is the how, and the last part is the ending.
Yeah. I will sacrifice that as she will take one more step forward, and the world turns from as she takes that step, in a kind of nimbus of an aura that starts building up around her, spreading out in front of her, the day becomes turned into night, and ghosts kind of just silently glide out of the ground and start swooping around the crowd and her. And she just looks at them and just says, if you have a point to discuss, I would suggest you do it with words instead of anything else, lest I be forced to act.
So there's darkness reaching all around you, and the shadow of ghosts spring up from the ground that got slick and dark like oil, with a slight shimmery rainbow on it, from whatever happened with Daria. At this point, I want to remind everybody that it's important to ask questions. Because you heard a bang from the outside. You went out. You spilled your magic. You burned yourself. Like, this is visible and feelable. The city reverberates with you. It echoes the power that diffuses into the streets. And in front of you are 5 kids, scared to the bone, crying. They look at you as if you're the monster their parents they don't remember anymore always want them off, and then they run away screaming.
I don't think that she would see this as a bad thing, because children do need to learn that there are monsters around them.
That's fair. Dahlia, how do you feel when you see those kids run through your lines of cursed blackness on the ground and you see it cling to them?
I think for a moment she just stares and watches. Um, I think, unlike Mads, she spent a lot of her time trying to build a world that was perhaps a little bit safer rather than being, I guess, forced into molding it by fire. I think part of her looks as though she's going to walk after them. Not run, just walk. Not entirely sure what she wants to do. And then she realized that she can't fix it. And she will just sort of shake off her hands, dust it off on her dress, and it leaves these sort of oil slick stains that probably won't wash out. And she just heads back into the house.
The ghosts have, by the way, like just moved through all of the people around us, and they're all of their anger is gone, like, soaked up by the quiet, eternal quiet of the dead. And she just goes and finds one of the leaders. And now, since that is dealt with, will you tell me why you are attacking our house?
You ask the ghost to get the anger, get the hate, but you don't really find either. What you find instead, bitter on the tongue like burnt caramel, is fear.
She'll wince at that.
Not just of you and Dahlia, though you did make quite the impression now, let's be honest for a second, but because there was a deep trust into you 3. They saw you try to make the world a better place. And now it feels like you have given up. And if That's if you three are giving up. What else is? Who else is there to trust? It's a little boy, maybe around 7 or 8. You're pretty sure you've never seen him before, but he doesn't speak. You're not sure if he's able to speak at all, with all that fear coursing through his veins. But that's what your ghosts bring you back.
She will kind of bristle, and the sparks kind of start like actually going into fire, but then she will take a deep breath as the fires kind of, and then as she lets the breath go, all the fire will disappear, and she will just kind of squat down in front of this kid, and it is understandable when people fear what they don't understand. Our actions have been directed by the flow, as every entity in the city of strays is. But we have not given up. The birds, the owls, we are going to get to the bottom of this. That you all have my word. And she will stand up and offer her hand down to the little kid.
He doesn't take it.
She will, her hand doesn't go further. There's a subtle flinch, but she will look around to them.
The rest already escaped. There's no other word for it. Into all the little alleyways that the city has to offer.
I would have liked to use the last of the ghost magic to get those words that I spoke to every single one of them.
All right. So these kids hear an invisible voice in their head after they're followed by ghosts. Gotcha.
Yep.
Callum, how's dance practice going?
Well, I think, Birds of a Feather is a great name for the band. We have finally come up with that. It was a whiteboard where you can see lots of names being circled and crossed out, and now I'm going, okay, so because Barnaby, you know everything, right? That's your whole bit now. We're gonna do stuff without knowing. We're just gonna vibe it. We're not gonna practice. We're not gonna plan. We're just gonna jam. Much like how that sentence rhymed, and I didn't even try.
And if they ask us what our set is, or something like musicians
That's
have
what we're
a set,
figuring out
right?
now. We're figuring that out now. Well, if we can jam and make something happen, yeah, sure, we could just become. I guess we'll have to re-genre ourselves as experimental jazz. But I feel like we can just vibe it and give it a go and see if anything good comes out of it before we go and perform it publicly. I think we've got to make the best impression possible. We've got to redefine people's expectations of music and collaboration and art and cooperation and togetherness. We can show that we can branch our differences via the power of mediocre music.
Mediocre?
I mean, I'm not expecting the world here, Barnaby. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I know how to play instruments.
But just
All
know
of
how
them.
to play doesn't make good music, does it?
Oh, you mean like you want the soul in it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the moment where you feel not only one, but both of your friends letting their magic just rip through the city. It's a tidal wave.
Barnaby, give me 5 seconds. I just need to go and check on my
21,
friends.
22, 23.
I mean, you're already past the number that I said, but sure. Just give me an amount of time until I come back. And I mosey on into the other room, see these two nightmare fuel fucking monsters with their magic bullshit, and go, I was in that room for like 5 minutes. How this happen? What are you doing? What are you playing at?
This is because you're never where you're needed, bird.
What do you mean where I'm needed? I'm just trying to live my life. And you lot go commit magical acts against the entire city? What are you playing at?
You know,
Sorry, go ahead.
oh god.
Go on.
You know, this wouldn't have happened if you hadn't have been quite so friendly with the Parliament.
Right, okay. So trying to find common ground and peace is a bad thing now.
It's not a bad thing. It's just
Your fucking partner would be in prison if it weren't for me. Or worse, dead.
you know, I feel we're often working against each other.
I'm not working against anyone. I'm just trying to help everyone as I can.
Why would you want to help our oppressors, the ones who rule and deign to say what can happen in this city?
Right? There's a play written by this guy from where I'm from, right? And it's this really like great piece about how the system actually constricts all of us into like no matter where you are, like the roles that you're assigned are constrictive to everyone. And yeah, some people have it slightly easier than others, or like have privilege from those constrictions, but they are equally trapped in that place. And you have to reach out to them in order to like find a place where we can all be freed of those systematic problems.
And that would happen in life. Where we are is beyond life and mortal ken.
Only because
the owls are not constrained as we are. They can use magic without any cost. This is
having
not
limitless power
the system.
isn't all it's cracked up to be, I assume. But you wouldn't know because you don't even ask the question.
I think there
You
is a
assume that you know
fundamental
everything
difference
because
in
you're old
approach.
and you've seen stuff. But guess what? Because you saw all that stuff, your eyes have been closed for ages.
The sparks are growing.
Dahlia's gonna gently reach to take her arm.
Nah,
See,
both of you. You
I
think you know
feel
everything.
I feel there is a fundamental difference in approaches.
You think you know best because you're old and you've done stuff. But here's the thing:
And you
everything
are
you've done
naive.
is like closed off because you've done things and you don't ask more questions. You don't consider new alternatives and options. And I'm fed up of it. I'm done. If this is what this little get together's been about this whole time, scaring the bejesus out of people because a rock got thrown through the window out of frustration, before, I don't know, trying to consider why that happened, and how we can find our common ground with those people and just scaring the bejesus out of those children, you know what? I'd be better off with Barnaby and my rock band, Birds of a Feather. So, you know what? That term was meant to mean everyone. We are all birds of a feather, even the people who aren't birds.
I think she just gives you a very straight-faced, deadpan look. And what are you, and what have you accomplished with your little band?
Nothing yet. We started 5 minutes ago. You haven't given me any time to do anything, to figure things out.
This city is ending, Bird.
It's only ending because you're giving up.
I think she would, gently pat Dahlia's arm and take it off. And yeah, I think she's just going to walk out of the room.
Just like you gave up on this conversation.
This is the second person who's told her that she's given up on something, and she's just like, yeah, no, she has some anger to let go of.
Well, are we quite finished on that matter?
No! I
Then
don't
I
understand.
Let me speak. I suggest we take a small break and come back to this again when humors are less high. Can we agree on that?
If they're willing to listen, I'm willing. But I don't think they are. I've got work to do. I'm not going to give up.
I understand that as well.
I almost did. Because I had to lie. I had to lie about something that was very important. And the consequences of that, I'm going to have to live with. But it hasn't made me give up. It just means I've got to find a better way to make sure that stuff never happens again. I feel like everyone else around here is like, oh, that's just the way it is. But it doesn't have to be. We don't have to watch things disappear for endless amounts of everything until everything goes. We can find a better way. And if we can't, I'll disappear trying.
Sometimes giving up and finding a new path look very similar. You end up at the same starting point, and sometimes it may look as though you're just sitting down. We all work differently. And perhaps...
Since we started a few days ago down this path, do you know what we started with? A conversation with them about their issues. That they weren't picking up after themselves. And what happened? Nothing. We refused to approach the actual problem. We just pacified it. I don't want to do that anymore. I can't pacify everything.
That's my fault. It's my job to keep hold of things in the household, and I accept that.
No, it's not your responsibility. It's all of our responsibility. That's how collectives work, no matter the size.
I think we need to start again. Can we agree on that?
How long is that going to take?
I don't know.
Well, while you think about that, I'm going to go and see if I can do something useful.
Perhaps try and retune the E string a little. It sounds just a fraction sharp.
Okay.
That's said kindly.
I will talk to Barnaby about what that means. I assume Sharp is bad at music, so we want everything soft. Got it. I can.
Perfect. I'm going to go and tidy the kitchen. She looks confused, and then she's gonna head to the kitchen. We'll find the corner cupboard. And what a lot of the people in the house don't know is that the corner cupboard is completely soundproofed. She's going to stick her head in there and yell very loudly for like 10 to 15 seconds, pull her head back out again, right herself, and finish tidying the kitchen.
No, you'd actually see that Madeline is in the kitchen. She'd have been furiously scrubbing at like a plate, just like attacking the plate with every ounce of energy in her body.
Okay, she may not reveal the screaming cupboard just yet.
Oh, she's not even there. She's
Whoa. Okay, wonderful. Change of plan. We'll commence with that, and then we'll sort of. She knows not to approach Madeline from behind. We'll come from peripheral side vision, lean over, look to the plate, look to Mads, look to the plate, look back. You know, I was
What?
rather fond of that festive pattern.
It's oh, I
You're not cleaning the plate, are you? You're cleaning your conscience.
what is it with everyone calling me out?
Well, actually, I was going to offer you to sit out in the back garden for a moment.
Would you prefer? I need to do something at this point. If you need my assistance in cleaning the kitchen, please put me to work.
Oh, you're going to hate me for this. I think we're cleaning a little bit around our problems.
Procrastination, eh?
A little, yes. I think. Oh, I hate this. I think we're going to have to collect everyone and realign. We've all gone off on different paths, and I think we need to start again.
I would agree. But given that I have unfortunately managed to terrify everybody and anybody, I would not be perhaps the best person to start that venture.
Oh, darling, I did the same. So long as you start, that's the important part.
What about the bed? Has it given its compliance?
Well, actually, I said I would come in and speak here, but they're more than willing to discuss as well. I'm not always going to be around to mediate for you two. I have a dwindling number of people that remember me.
Gee, there will never be a point where I will forget you.
I'm slightly worried that's not enough. I love the both of you to the ends of whatever world there is and back, but things are fading, things are going, and I know the both of you have felt it too. I want to make sure I can leave you both in a room together and have you not kill each other.
I'm not going to hurt the bird.
I know, but you both seem to have quite the knack for going for the jugular of each other's feelings.
He is rather good at it, isn't it?
And you're rather good at it as well.
Well, of course, darling. But, all right, all right. I let us try and not procrastinate and edge around the problem and deal with it.
Perfect. We'll do this the old-fashioned way. Both of you go and park your asses down on the sofa. I'll bring tea in and we'll do this all very civilized.
Yes, mother.
You go looking for Barnaby and your bird friend And they're not there.
The
Oh,
fuck?
bollocks.
They have GTFO'd.
Good that I know that.
Oh, I'm just telling you now. I'm telling you right now. Yeah.
Wonderful.
So Bard, on a technical level, this problem that we were faced with when you drew the card that created the rock, has
Mhm.
it been resolved, or have we failed to solve it, or is it still lingering?
Well, since two of you burned magic to solve it, I'd say yes, it is solved. The city does not fall more towards ruin.
It doesn't.
But oh boy, you made an impression. You sure made an impression. People will not hunt you down, but not because they like you anymore.
I don't know if that's not towards ruin. Okay. I think we've gone in search of one of these pieces of art that just appears in the city occasionally for inspiration. We're just gonna fly through the city looking for a new random bit of art so that like I can find the wonder in the city again. And like maybe it will spark inspiration of like how I can help people remember and not fade away.
Barnaby is walking behind you with a guitar and is like strumming chords and is like, we're looking for art. Where could it be? Where could the art be? Pretty good, right?
Yeah, it's fine. It's all right. You know,
What are we looking for?
inspiration. And like normally I try and get inspiration from like the people of the place. Unfortunately, my friends have decided to put the fear of, I guess, a god into them. And like I don't feel like people are going to be up for sharing stories. So I think like we have to go find one. We have to find a story that will help people share, you know. So I'm looking for inspiration for a new story to share.
Oh, you mean like the art things that always pop up from
Like
time to time?
they do. They kind of just appear in places, and then like I come and look at them and try and like record them and remember them. But no
Oh
one
yeah,
else
they're from
seems to.
us.
Oh, why did they go? Why did they go? Like, why don't they stick them around?
Would be kind of boring. Also, like, you see, like, we eat the fear and the hate and the anger of the people, and we can't do this without giving anything back. So we give back art so they feel inspired. I'm so glad it worked.
I mean, it works for me. I don't know if it works for anyone else. Okay.
We can make one.
So, like, you know, when you eat that fear and that anger and all those bad emotions,
Tastes like chicken.
yeah, like, does that rob people of being able to process those feelings?
Sometimes they give it too soon, but that's on them, really.
So, like, it comes in undercooked if they haven't like resolved their issues properly.
Yeah, not really tasty. Most of the time, we like.
So
Give it
maybe,
back.
like, if we created a space where people could resolve those feelings and then donate them to the owls, we could fund restoration work on the city, right?
Yeah, that's what we've been doing. People come to us,
What? Okay.
talk with us,
Yeah.
give us their feelings. We eat them. we make the city a better place.
Cool. Right. Yeah, that makes sense to me.
Right? That's why
Yeah.
we do it.
Cool, cool. So, what if we had a piece of art that inspired people to like face their fury?
Oh.
Constructively.
How?
It's a great question. I'm still thinking about the answer to that.
I mean, what do you do when you feel like angry or, I don't know, you need to process stuff?
Well, I'm famously quite blunt about it. I just tell people, and then I go and do something constructive, which is what this is.
That sounds smart.
I try
Why
not to
isn't
get
everybody
angry.
doing it?
I don't know. It's been an internal problem of my life that like I'm just extremely reasonable, and everyone else just gets het up, and I try to push forward and go like, yeah, but what if nah, mate? You know what I mean? Because like things are sad sometimes, and that's all right. Because you just gotta keep going. Like if
Swimming?
everything was, I don't swim. I'm made of metal. And also, the water around here looks a little bit like it's pure sewage. So, like, um,
But I am getting a bit thirsty.
right, okay. So,
There should be a well some here.
oh, so you mean actual water and not like thirsty for people's emotions?
No, that would be hungry. We eat them. We don't drink them.
Okay,
That's not.
important clarification, I guess.
Mm-hmm. We're not vampires. I mean, nothing against vampires, right? Some of my best friends are vampires. But still.
Listen, Jim, who lives down the road, he's a vampire,
Jimmy is
and
right. Jimmy's awesome.
and we never had any problems with Jim. Mostly because I'm made of metal and I don't have any blood.
And I'm a concept, so I don't really have to worry anything.
Maybe, yeah, exactly. There's so many concepts. Jim probably has a harder time than anyone else because he'll be walking around the street going, "Where's the blood?" And everyone goes, "Sorry, I'm a concept."
You know, you are a bird.
Yeah. Statue of a bird.
Counts. And I am a bird.
Uh-huh.
I really like your ideas. Like, I feel like you're actually working to make the city a better place. You could just join us.
I feel like, as much as I appreciate the offer, there is a benefit to being an outsider on the system. Because if the system does something wrong, you can challenge it. But if you're in the system, you are less inclined to change things. There's a mythical story about a guy who was called the King of the North from where I'm from. And everyone kind of liked him. But, like, he didn't. No, he's not from Liverpool. He's from fucking Magpies area. Shit.
Way!
I fucking forgot. Ignore that bit. There's a guy from this shithole that is next door to our city. And he is called King of the North. But unfortunately, he was still part of the system, so he couldn't challenge the system properly.
That sounds exhausting.
Well, it is exhausting, but like, if everything was easy, what'd be the point? You know, like, that's what I'm trying to say about sadness. Like, you got to have highs and lows because it'll make the highs feel more special. Because the low parts are part of that journey.
Wait, did Kant say this, or was it Freud?
I don't know. My post-war like philosophers kind of stops with the absurdists, and I like them, but I think their conclusion is silly, and that there is a way past the absurd, and that is to give everything a go. Like, there's some useful ideas about the deconstruction, the things we hold precious that actually are constraints on human civilization. But like, that doesn't mean that like we should just go, well, life's meaningless, so what the hell? It should actually go, life is meaningless, so let's give it meaning. You know what I mean?
What do we have to lose but our shekels?
Exactly.
Oh, there's one of the paintings.
Great. What's that painting of?
Why don't you tell me, Callum? Shit, being creative.
I'm not a visual person. I don't draw pictures. I've never written a picture in my life.
Then tell me a motive and I'll write it for you.
Sorry. I think it is currently a amorphous mob of faceless people marching towards a contorted structure.
That not at all, not even close, could resemble the parliament?
I don't know. I don't. I think the curtains are blue because they're blue, mate. I don't know what symbolism and metaphor and I don't know any of those words.
Remind me again, where are you working at?
Nowhere currently. That's the problem. Yeah. I'm gonna. I mean, it's making an impression. I don't know if it's the impression I want to give. Like, I feel like this piece of art is really depressing.
Yeah.
But it gives us something to like we need to make sure we're not sheep. Nothing against sheep. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Dolly is nice. And Dolly
Exactly.
too.
Yeah. I think they're good people, but like in a metaphorical sense, we shouldn't follow a herd without thinking. So we need to wake people up. So I think we do need to perform with our concert.
Wake me up when September ends?
I was more like wake me up inside, but sure.
Wake me up when it's all over?
I just
wake up! Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up!
I think we should just make sure we wake up before we all go to nowhere. I think that's the end of that joke. I hope it is.
The joke will never end.
I hope it does at some point. We are going to hit the first hour, so we need to take an ad break. So is it okay to go on pause there, or is there something you want to do before we go to break?
There's a tiny thing I want to do beforehand.
Cool, you've got 7 minutes.
Barnaby stares at you. We're friends, right?
Yeah, we're friends.
And friends do things for each other.
Within reason, yeah.
And you need inspiration.
Yeah.
Do you want some?
Are you just gonna give me some? I'm alright. I think this painting has made me inspired enough to do a rock concert.
Okay.
I,
I'm just saying, I can burn stuff too.
you don't have to do that for me yet, bud. I think like keep that in a tank for when we really need it, you know?
Okay. Okay.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. You know, seems fine for me. Well, you know, it's good. It's good to know that you also kind of have the ability to burn things to do magic. We were like a little bit concerned you didn't ever do that.
Oh, I don't need to, except I want to do like big stuff.
Right, yeah, that makes sense because that's how magic should work. That seems like a logical conclusion. Like if I just want to make
Everything
trains
has its
appear to
price.
clean up the
Right?
trash, I just shouldn't have to burn parts of my identity to do that. Yeah,
Okay.
cool thing, bud.
So we start with E major.
Yeah, sure, you know best. I was just gonna like.
Yeah. And you go down into a jamming session with an owl on the open street. You're kind of busking, and even though people still like shoot you a look for hanging out with an owl, actually people throw a few coins into your direction.
Wasn't doing this for the money. We will donate this to a good cause.
Yeah.
The
That's a good cause.
RSPCP. Oh, I'm so sorry.
And before we cut back towards the house / the kitchen where you realize that a little bird is missing, I'd say now we run our commercials.
Cool. We'll be back shortly. See everyone soon. And you're back.
And we're back. Thank you all for staying tuned. I'm very, very hyped. Let's cut back to our wonderful, not at all just our little very, very like chilled out and like comfy little kitchen, and you just noticed two boards missing.
Yeah, I think Madeline would just come back into the kitchen and D, the bird, and the other bird are missing.
Wonderful. Perfect. Brilliant. Excellent. Just what we need. Right.
You took the birds out of my mouth, darling.
Oh, where would they go? Where would they go? Where would they go? They were starting a band.
So far, I think it's only the two members. Do you think they've been looking for more sacrificial lambs for the cause of music?
Perhaps the music school, perhaps, or
No, we have to try and be better. We're trying to work with it. Where would our bird go?
they seemed awfully fond of the sheep.
The what? Sorry?
The sheep. The dollies.
Your guess is better than mine. Let's go and try and get our bird back so that we can start again and try and work together.
Well, hold on. Let me try something first. Is our little milk thief anywhere nearby?
Mm.
Oh yeah, they're full on watching. Like they're sitting on the windowsill and like popping. Like they have a little bag of tiny mice, and they're like,
I think Dahlia will go to the window and we'll slide it up. See if our little friend stays, and then we'll lean on on the window frame. How do you fancy something of a deal?
depends on the deal.
All the rats you could want for some information.
But I already have all the rats I could want. I just have to catch them.
Say they were somewhere a little bit more easily accessible.
And perhaps they might be the fattest, most delicious rats that are hidden. Isn't that what you're more after, Clabot or Cat?
Oh, you know me so well. What do you want? What?
You have eyes everywhere. Yes?
I have two in the front.
And the rest of your
Aren't
little
they
friends?
pretty? A few here and there, up and down. You know how it is.
I'm looking for a bird.
There are a lot of birds.
Our bird.
Which one of the two?
The metal,
one.
Ding ding.
The one that's more
And
dense, perhaps. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Be
Control myself.
nice.
I mean, I think I might have heard some ruckus. You can't really call it art. It's more like noise.
So, could you point us in the direction of this ruckus so that we may attempt to protect the rest of the people from it?
For a rat or two, I might.
I will not tell you that I will find the rats and that I will put them in a very specific hiding place that you have no clue of.
Oh, it's a riddle. They found one of the paintings. Down the street, up the street, left the street, right the street. You can't miss them. They are very noisy.
She will tip her metaphorical hat and well, that was a good deal concluded. Shall we, Dee?
I think we should. She will go and try and scritch the cat under the chin.
They do the very cat thing of, no. Okay, this is nice.
I am liquid.
The Klabauter cat purrs for you and disappears into a puff of smoke.
Cats.
I really didn't miss out on my last planet. I should have had more cats.
I don't know how I feel about cats. They're far more human-like than dogs.
But to be fair, we had no dogs either. Just giant whale-like species with legs like humans.
You have been some places.
Oh no, I created them. But that's besides the point.
Right.
Humble brag much.
Yeah, we both are just like we are women with purpose walking down the street.
Making our way downtown.
Making our
That's
way.
one
hear
of our
them.
songs. Women walking down street with purpose.
Yeah,
Uh,
you can hear them play it right now. So doesn't sound that bad, but the E string is still a bit off.
Rather than ever fixing the sharpness, I've just asked Barnaby, make it all sharp.
Laura, how do you feel
Are you
about
sure?
completely changing the
I
tuning
don't
of your
know.
guitar?
I was told about sharpness, and I didn't know what to do with that information.
Oh no! Oh! I can just get mine because mine is horrifically out of tune. Hold on.
the guitar is crying.
You know what? The tears, they only feed me.
Like this?
Do we stumble across these two? And they're
Yeah.
I kind of
kind
like
of
it. I think
painted.
there's something interesting about disjointedness of the noise.
Well, that's
Mhm.
certainly an opinion.
An opinion, where is she? I've been trying to get a meeting with her for a while now.
She ran off the other day with what's his name?
Well, that's good. I think they're a great couple. What's his name and an opinion? They seem like a great couple.
I would agree. Now, what are the two of you doing out here? We were supposed to convene.
Trying to elicit emotion from passers-by.
But that would create another problem because there would be too much emotion here, and then you'd be taxed again
No, because you
by
process it, right? You process
particular
your emotions
people.
and then you donate it to the city.
Like taxes.
Like taxes.
Right.
Isn't donation often something you have to do electively? Otherwise, it's commonly known as theft.
Yeah. People can choose to come and listen to our music. Also, we're trying to
There is
prevent.
a small crowd, like 3-4 people.
Yeah, like look, this work of art represents the current mental state of the city, and I'm trying to change it. I don't want us to be faceless faces in a crowd, frustrated at a amorphous form. I want us to have purpose. I want us to have individuality. I want us to construct a fully idealized idea of a place, not just a contorted shadow of one. So I'm trying to get us together. I'm trying to share ideas and stories through music. I imagine I said that lyrically and with Barnaby playing underneath it.
I'm not sure if it was a good idea to make all the strings sharp.
Well, fix it then.
They fit together, but like.
Okay, it was a good experiment. Clearly, we're too ahead of our time. We'll get to it. The kids are gonna love it.
I think I have something of an idea. When a particularly bright light hits something, the shadows are often left in the background. It creates its own art form. It's like a permanent shadow. The setup you have here, it's a show of change. Madeline,
Yeah, we've been collecting change. We're not going to donate it as well.
No, I was thinking something else.
Okay.
Madeline, do you still have the ability to flicker flames?
I would. Well, that doesn't seem to be particularly me using my magic. I think that's a ancillary effect, perhaps. So I just have to
Don't know
get
about that. I tried to summon
emotional.
trains and was told to bug off.
Listen, if
Well,
Northern can't do it, don't expect Liverpool to be able to do it.
I just have to get excited, I
The
think.
circle's pretty good.
It is. An opinion would disagree. She has very strong opinions about that.
That's because
have-
one time An Opinion got on the circle line, went all the way round, and didn't realise the train was also going to Chester. So she ended up in Chester. I was like, well, it's pretty obvious it's going to Chester. It says Chester on the train.
So Chester, that is the problem.
No?
I could do
That's a
that.
Chester to the thief.
She groan. What I just have to get excited. I don't think that would be too much of an issue. What do you have in mind?
Well, I have something of a planet at my disposal, or a sun. If you were to
A planet
shoot
and a sun
straight,
are vastly different things.
it changes depending on what is most prominent. If you were to shoot straight through it, I imagine it would create quite the artistic display on this wall.
I feel like painting over the problem doesn't do anything.
Oh, no, it doesn't paint it. It burns it away completely and allows you to restart afresh.
Seems not like a good idea to me. How are you, Vulnerable? Does that seem like a good idea? Just burning?
I have
things
no
away?
lady, you're awfully pretty and you're very intimidating. I have no idea what you're talking about. And I just got I know stuff now.
Barnaby knows stuff now.
Do you?
Knows lots of things.
I know that I know, well, something. Cogito ergo sum.
The same way, we've been ignoring our problems. I feel like just burning everything that came before away and go, well, we'll start from scratch like nothing ever happened, is the same as avoiding problems rather than confronting them.
You were saying that you didn't want us to just give up on things. I was trying to offer a solution.
Yeah, and I think your solution's interesting. I'm just talking it out and talking about where I see the faults in it.
Okay. Could I make a small suggestion?
Uh-huh.
Do you ever see the good in things?
I do, and I appreciate the effort. I'm just trying to find the good in a plan that involves burning away the past. What if you forgot everything about who you were before you came here?
Then you would disappear. Oh, that was a rhetorical question, wasn't it?
I think the answer was pretty effective.
I mean, not disappear per se, but you would be a hollow.
The events of our lives are important as much as we want to forget them. The events of our history are important. A place without a history is not a place at all.
You've never seen a world disappear, have you?
No, I'd like to avoid that from happening. Well, that's not true. The place I'm from disappeared when I got made. And I don't want to see it happen again.
So, what you mean to say is, instead of restarting and forgetting, you want to point out what's wrong in the system to people in power and expect them to listen to you.
I'm having a conversation with you about how to do things better. And I'm enacting change while doing so. So that's my plan. And I guess you two are the power in this situation.
And what do you mean by that?
It's your choice if we stay as a collective or go our separate ways.
The only one who said anything about separating is you, Bird.
Yes. And I am willing to go my separate way if the path I'm taking is too controversial for you. If you want to keep on avoiding problems, try and ignore them, try and erase them, that ain't work for me.
So, what is our biggest problem?
The fact that your traumas keep on coming up and it makes you both shut down. And it means that you don't open your mind to new ideas and solutions and a path that leads towards a better place through collaboration with others, because your preconceptions of others power over everything else.
You said that we are made by the memories that were before.
Yeah.
And you say that it is my trauma that stops me from seeing things with an open mind.
Yeah.
How do I decide where the memory...
By working on yourself and letting yourself make small changes bit by bit. You can't just get rid of it and expect everything to be fine, or ignore it and expect everything to be fine. Like, all those bad things, they're still bad and they still happen. But that doesn't mean that everything is bad.
Am I the only one getting tired by this?
It's okay, Barnaby. I'm also getting tired of this. It seems like this is a conversation we've been trying to have for weeks.
Oh no,
now.
I didn't mean it like that. I meant like literally.
Oh, do you need a rest, mate?
I will admit that my way has not been productive. I shall endeavor to not allow my trauma to blind me going forward.
I don't expect you to fix it all in one day. I'm just asking you to acknowledge it. And also, my friend Barnaby needs a nap, so we're going to go and find somewhere for him to rest.
Righto.
Yeah.
Where do you live, Barnaby? I'll give you a lift home.
At the Parliament.
Cool. I'll drop you off at the Parliament, and I'll see my friends back at the flat.
All right.
No, I think it would be a good thing to do. Drop the little one back at home, at his Parliament.
It was very well. It was a bit stressful, so I'm not sure if it's correct to say, but still, it was very nice to see you all again.
And you as well, little barn.
Oh man, what's going on? I'm so tired. And Barney actually flops back down into owl form, sits down, and tips to the side. And in his owl form, you see that there is like some black ichor sticking to his beak and to some of his feathers.
Right, so what's this then?
Would any of us recognize what this ichor is?
Odalia would.
What is it?
It kind of looks like oil.
Dahlia, why are you giving me signs that I should be increasingly concerned?
What have you done?
I could fix it.
Wait, this was your doing?
Not directly.
Oh dear.
It spilled. It
Spilled
over
where?
into the street, into the water.
Into the water?
So, wait, does that mean that everyone
Have
in the
you
city...
poisoned the water supply of a lost city?
Not
I think you would...
intentionally.
I think even Mads would just kind of like, pardon? Like,
In creation, there's often destruction.
right. Sophistry aside, what have you done, Dee?
The magic I often have at my disposal is that of draining. It collects energy from outside of its own powers.
And is there a destination for all of the gathered energy?
Supernovas, black holes, the end of worlds, the beginning of new ones. First light at daytime and the end of the night.
Right. I think
At this point,
Sorry, go ahead.
sorry, after you.
No, I think it would behoove us to go to the Parliament.
For what it's worth, I take full responsibility. I will take full responsibility.
Well, this is another fine mess we've brought ourselves into.
I pick up Barnaby and I fly towards Parliament.
As you hold Barnaby, nothing more than like a stuffed animal in your claws, memories start to arise. From the last time you had a little friend to spend time with, and the last time Dee decided to act in line with her power of creation and destruction. What was the name of that imp again?
Wait, who are you asking?
Not just general, into the group.
Greedo.
Thank you.
Well, I am At a loss as to how to respond to this, I got angry, but clearly you were angrier.
I'm sorry. I know it doesn't cover it, I know it doesn't fix it, but that's all I have at the moment. When the opportunity arises for me to give something more, I will.
Oh, don't get me wrong, Dee. I am no one to blame someone for choices that they make. But I think it would be good to survey Parliament and see what is the status of the owls.
I don't know, maybe half the city that is currently drinking oil spilt water and showering in oil spilt water and watering their crops with oil spilt water.
You're not here.
Thank you.
Is what you hear as they fly away.
I think I would take Dahlia's hand, and I think we just start walking towards the Parliament.
She will squeeze it twice and walk with.
You arrive at the Parliament, Callum. Normally there are owls up there on the towers looking down. Oh, they are there. But they're fast asleep. Every single one of them. Dahlia, Matt, you walk down the streets, and in the first few minutes it's just quiet walking. There aren't a lot of people out there, but from time to time you hear cursing and screaming through the windows from people washing themselves and seeing how they turn black, from people trying desperately to wake others who already fell asleep. Dahlia, you know, the city of strays, there are a lot of people, but some less things were just bigger than others.
Is there anything that she could think of from the past to fix this?
I mean, sure. You could just burn the next thing to try to save everybody. It could be a bit hard to get some healing water into those already fast asleep. And from what you feel from the pulse of the city pulling at your veins, those being asleep have the nicer fate.
Fuck.
I have an idea, but it may mean the end of Dahlia.
I'm listening.
So I feel like just burning one thing wouldn't be enough. And I feel like Dahlia's magic is very cyclic.
Mm-hmm.
If she were to burn her entire story and accept that she would be forgotten.
That would be possible. You don't have to be that extreme. I enjoy Dahlia as a character. You can also just burn some of your properties, attributes, or, well, right now, the city is sleeping. You could ask the city to change that. But we all know that asking the city a thing can be fickle. And what would be the city in the mist if it were wide awake?
I think it's had its eyes closed for a little bit too long. What would the city be willing to burn?
Well, you changed the city. If you remember correctly, at the beginning, the audience were able to pick 3 traits for the city. These traits have been in play all the time and changing the way I narrate, and everything you do also changed the city. The city was aflame, I said so, and now the city is sleeping. Every time you give something up from yourself, you change the city in its wake. But you can just ask the city to change on its own. It wouldn't cost you anything. Could maybe cost the city something.
I
Oh, sorry.
I don't think we should ask the city for anything. We've already affected it. We have caused the people to fall into trauma and struggle. It does not matter if the root of that was not with us and in other places, but we are cast in the shadow of our choices.
And what are you suggesting?
She would look at her dog tags, and though, and she is very emotional at this point, but there would be no fire because I think she's kind of come to an acceptance. Well, I have a potential way to make up for our mistake. And she will catch Dahlia's eyes again as she says that. DM, I know we have to burn a truth or burn a part of ourselves to use magic.
Mm-hmm.
But Madeline has already burnt two of her truths. She only has one left. She has taken the words of their bird to heart. She's not going to forget the last thing that makes her what she is. But given where she is and given what she has done and given what she has experienced in this city, could she give up her magic?
The ability to cast magic at all?
Because I am more than my magic. I am more than my memories. I am more than my trauma.
Sure. It's fascinating to me that you always offer me more than I ever asked for, but sure.
Yeah, you
That's
guys
just
need to
how I
get better
go.
at negotiation.
Uh, 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 uh.
Hey, what if I gave you everything?
It's for the
For-
themes.
Yeah, it's the theme. Okay. Yeah, I think Madeline would just give a Dahlia a soft smile, and she would reach a hand to her chest, take off the dog tags, and yeah, she would sing a little song. I think a sad children's song, and let the dog tags go. And in that moment, like the metal that is actually just the compressed forms of every soul that she has affected with her actions in her previous life dissipates into brilliant motes of light, and what were ghosts now become motes of light that collect in a beautiful corona of glittering motes around Madeline. And when she finishes the song, they will all, the cloud of light will split into little motes that will go into each and every corner of the city and infuse the people, the entities of the entire city. And the light will push the shadow away and bring the ones who are lucky
Fading.
fading back into their struggle of life.
What does Madeline look like when all magic leaves her?
Her fire red hair is no longer as such. It is pure glistening white.
Callum, you are at the Parliament, holding Barnaby in one claw and desperately shaking one of the adult owls, trying to wake them because this can't be happening right now, right?
Wake up. Come on, wake up. I don't know how to fix this.
You see
This is bad.
sparks. Because that's what those modes of light are. They're sparks. Flying besides you.
I see sparks. I try and shield the owls because sparks and oil mean fire.
Aren't you a smart little bird? But somehow you know those sparks. They are a bit wild, a bit temperamental, but they aren't dangerous. Well, they can be dangerous, but they aren't cruel. You know these sparks. It only takes one. It hits Barnaby, and Barnaby starts moving again, and so do the other owls at the exact same moment. The other sparks scatter across the city, each of them lighting a candle anew, bringing back what was lost in one screaming act of, what was it? Frustration? Fear? It was
No,
enough.
it wasn't any of that. I think it was a bit of relief, actually.
Sometimes you're just happy for it to be all over. So a new thing can begin. Dahlia, you have been a goddess. You have seen wonders by your own hand again and again. This isn't just ordinary magic. You know what Madeline has done because you have felt it yourself when you fell. They gave back the spark that was robbed from you.
For a moment, she seemed a little bit confused. She has not had this in a very long time. She's not remembered in her story for a very long time. I think at first we'd reach a hand out. Madeline?
Yes.
you all right?
I think she'd have kind of collapsed to her knees at that point, and when the hair fully goes white, she will kind of look up at you. There is, I don't know. She doesn't look particularly grim, but she looks acceptance. I don't know, but she will take the hand and kind of stand back up, kind of woozily and almost kind of leaning against Dahlia. Well, that was different.
I haven't seen that in at least 2 millennia. Nothing like that.
Then I'm just glad I still have the ability to surprise people, D.
Oh, you didn't have to do that to surprise me.
But I think it needed to be done.
You know, when I said that I'd like help cleaning up messes, she just kind of cuts herself off and is just gonna bear hug her.
Well, you know me, D. I don't do things half-assed.
You're going to make me cry if you don't stop talking.
I think she just kind of in the collapsed kind of just rest her head on her shoulder. Shall we get to the parliament then?
Oh, I guess I ought to see either what mess I've made or what fix you've done. And if our little birdie friend will actually speak to us ever again.
Well, this was not destructive. Perhaps the bird will approve. Though you can never tell with that one. Contrary is all fuck.
Come on. And she will sort of stand up properly. But we'll keep an arm out for Mads.
Yeah, she seems not all there, but with each step she seems to be getting a little stronger, because she made a choice and she's sticking to it.
Back at the parliament, Callum, how does a character react to seeing all those owls wake up like one person?
Well, that's a relief. Hey, just dropping off my friend Barnaby. Got a little bit tired. Hope you're all doing great.
Every single head turns towards you as far as you can tell. They don't say anything, they just stare.
Okay. You right, Barnaby?
Yeah? What happened?
Magic nonsense as far as I can tell. Why are all the birds acting as one?
Because we're the owls?
You're not. You're doing your own thing, right?
Yeah, I'm still an owl.
They're not hi, what's your name, Mr. Owl number 1?
The adult owl looking at links at you twice. Me?
Yeah, you. What's your name?
Thomas.
Oh, nice to meet you, Thomas. How are you
And
doing?
what is your name?
That's a great question. Still working on that one.
I see. You're Barnaby's little friend.
I am Barnaby's little friend. Yeah. Started a band. It's called Birds of a Feather.
Oh, that's a wonderful name. He told us all about you.
Cool.
Ooh.
Well, I was here to report an issue with the water supply, but it seems like it's been resolved. So I thought I'd just drop Barnaby off because we've had a very long and busy day of performing, and I'll be back soon. Is that all right, Barnaby?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Just gonna place you down here, next to Thomas here.
Thank you so much for bringing me here. You're really a good friend.
Thank you. So are you, Barnaby, and it was a pleasure to meet you, Thomas. I'll consider what you said, Barnaby. I've got some thinking to do.
About what? The idea that we maybe don't mistune all the guitars?
That I think we can agree on. It's more like the idea of maybe running for Parliament.
Oh, you want to be?
Yeah.
It's an idea that's still developing. Think it through. No pressure. All
Yeah.
right? Even if you say no, we will still be very good friends. Okay?
Exactly.
No worries.
Cool. No worries. Bye, Barnaby.
Bye.
Bye, Thomas.
You take off.
Yeah.
And remember when I said that those who fell asleep are the ones better off?
That are off.
No, the ones that were asleep were the ones with the nice, with the better fate.
Oh, okay. What happened to everyone who wasn't?
Well, there were those who fell asleep, and those who didn't have enough of their self left to cling on to.
You buggers!
But still, a sacrifice has been made, and I wouldn't be. I don't want to be an evil DM. I know you all love me, so I know we are a bit early. Is there things that people still explicitly want to do this season?
No.
I mean, would our bird see our two figures walking up towards the Parliament?
Yeah, and you see me flying down towards you with a face of like, all right, what did you do?
Why don't we?
Problem. Sorry, go ahead.
Why don't we take this back to the kitchen?
If it's still there, sure.
It is still there, with every chipped cup you own, every cutting board full of scratches. It's almost eerie how home it feels, even more so since, Colin, what you've seen from sailing over the rooftops is that there are new, maybe not new, but returning people. They look different now. Those who weren't able to cling to the material plane, but were still safe by a spark of divine magic. And you sit in your kitchen, you all make yourself your favorite beverages. I believe, even though Madeline really, really had good intent, had like, what's it called? Forsworn drinking, I believe nobody would blame her if she took a cup today. As you feel the world around you changing, the people are not alone anymore. They are not lonely anymore, since the same spark of magic beats through each and every one of them. I have found something akin to community. I know that somehow they are all connected now. Even though some might have given up their material form.
I think like all of them, as that fire, as the spark would have dimmed into them, they would have heard an echo of my voice saying, "We are going to fix it."
We still have
with a concentration
I'm sorry.
on the word, with a concentration on the word "we."
And you sit back in your kitchen, and we still have like a bit of time, so I will give it to all of you to play out whatever you want. But for everybody here and for everybody who's in the audience, I welcome you to join us for next season, when it's no longer a city of lonely strays, but a city of ghosts.
Dun, dun, dun.
So, Madeline, are you making the orange juice again?
Yeah.
Hmm?
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. But this time she makes only like a pitcher of very light orange juice. And she will just have a glass as she sits on one of the count, like, the stools of the kitchen counter, and she will very matter of factly explain what she did and what she has given to the city.
What is
I
his
kept
own
to
logistical
myself.
nightmare?
Sorry, it is its own logistical nightmare.
Yeah, half the people are see-through.
Then perhaps they will find something to find form for. The city has gotten stronger, but
I don't know if that's true. I'm gonna be honest.
Can we just attempt positivity for 10 minutes? Just 10
yes,
minutes.
perhaps look at things with an open mind. But
I think I've got to change the way I'm doing things.
and how do you intend to do that?
Find a
Work on
new
things from the
flock.
inside? Oh. I'm sorry. Is there more deviation from our shared purpose with my action?
Just something to think about. I'm very, very tired. It's been a long day, and the world is getting stranger, and I don't know how to respond to that. So I'm gonna go sleep and decide what to do in the morning.
Sweet dreams. And she would lean back and start sipping her cup of orange juice. Well, that's gone for a lark, hasn't it?
Just give it time. We have enough of it.
That I do suppose we do.
And she's going to sit back with her cup of tea and look out the hole in the window.
I suppose I have to start looking for those goddamn rats. she'll go look for the two fat rats and place them in the very secret hiding space of under her bed in a little box.
Very secret.
I'm tired. I don't have that much effort left in me. But a deal has to be made. A deal was made and it has to be kept. She will look very specifically at the windowsill where the Krabata cat usually is.
You're pretty sure you see a big, big pair of emerald eyes.
She will just catch them and just smile and laugh and, oh, I have now hidden my secret prize in my most secret of places. What will I ever do if someone steals them? Oh my.
What will you ever do?
I'd probably ignore it, darling. And she will turn, flicking her now white locks. And yeah, go back to join Dahlia.
You know, white suits you very well. Got something harmless, almost innocent.
The purity of flame is usually associated mostly with the color white.
Burned all to ash, have you?
Yet it is only through ash that new things grow.
And the cat hops off the windowsill and wanders through the now not so empty streets of the city of ghosts, where here and there you can see the shimmer and the flicker of some newfound shine. People are glowing in the dark. Somehow, even though it's a cold light, it gives a bit of comfort to those who feel like they have none.
I think
And
that night, for the first time in a long time, Madeline would have, I think, uh, come back to the little tea room, immediately employed Dahlia's lap as a pillow, and she would have immediately fallen asleep. And for the first time, you see that she is not sleeping like an animal. She's just sleeping curled up and comfortable. And for the first time, I think Dahlia in this instance would see that there is no flickering emotion on Madeline's face. There's just peace.
Dahlia, how do you feel seeing that Madeline, the wildest, maybe the most haunted of you, has passed on the flame, quite literally?
I think she's a little bit proud. I think she will gently stroke her hair back and keep watch through the night.
Alan, where's our little bird going?
Uh, designing campaign posters. I think,
Well, isn't that wonderful?
yeah, I think this bird thinks right now the best use of my time, the best chance I've got to make a difference is by joining Parliament and leaving this group because it ain't working.
So we see one burnt out soul finally finding rest, a lost goddess who nearly drowned the city in exhaustion, keeping watch, and a lonely little bird made of cast iron, sitting somewhere and trying to make a better something out of the future. I'd say that is a good point to leave the city of ghosts until we meet again.
Woohoo!
It has been so much fun and such an honor to play with all of you. This game was a bit out of my comfort zone because I wanted to play a bit like with poetical and metaphors, and English isn't my native language. And it was an experiment, and I am so happy that it worked out so well. You gave me so many wonderful moments. Um, so let's go around for a last round of advertisement slash plugging ourselves, and then let's go to sleep, everybody. I'm the bard with many names. You can find me basically everywhere on the internet as the bard with many names. You can find me no longer here on Wednesdays, but you can still find me on alternating Tuesdays at Pencil's Tables, on the other alternating Tuesdays at Rollo's Joint, in a few charity one-shots here and there. I will continue to get on your nerves one way or another. And since it's October, I also want to plug Game of Tomes again, because it's a wonderful little creative writing game where you try to write to not get eaten by undead. Isn't that fun? I will be one of the undead.
Oh no.
Oh yes, I'm gonna be an eagle again.
Again?
Again, yeah. My
We've unlocked
character.
something. But I
I'm
can't be
sensing a
held
theme
responsible for
here.
this.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. At this point, I started as a girl. I went through the whole gender spectrum, and now I'm ending as a femboy, and you gotta live with that.
You know what, valid.
Yeah.
100%.
I mean, the name of my character this season gonna be Bartsune Miku, and I'm very proud of that. And with this, I'll pass on I popcorn it over to the person suffering most. Callum, how are you doing?
Hello, I've been Callum, and I'll continue to be so, hopefully. You just won't see or hear me. Unless you head over to Blue Sky, where you'll find me as Fiat Callum. I am taking a break from as much as I can. I will probably be around for Blades in the Dark, but I just need a break away from the screen and being visible and seen. So I'm not, but I might be writing some blog things again. You can find a link to my blog on my Blue Sky, but it's also Callum Makes Theatre or Theatre Callum at WordPress.blog. I think I lost the URL because I can't afford to pay for the URL and full website, but and I might be moving it if I can find a better platform. But I might be writing again because I've got a review of a play that I saw, and I feel like I want to put it out in the world. That is me. Yep, that is all I've got to add. Stay tuned on House of Dreams for more stuff coming eventually. I am working. My next project is getting the Rose Court stuff finally out there. What we have, because I put a shit ton of work into editing my 2 episodes, so I really want them out there because I want to see them. Anyway, that is me. I will hand over to Magpie.
Hi, howdy. I'm Magpie. I've been trying to get my voice back all night. Um, Firstly, thank you so much for having us. It has been amazing trying to wiggledy worm our way through these characters. So thank you, Bard, for letting us have a big old sandbox to play around in and maybe eat some sand. I probably shouldn't have eaten that sand. Um, You can find me on Blue Sky at Antique Horror. I'm actually not online a whole lot at the minute. I need to start getting posting again. I am currently writing a lot of comics. I am yapping a lot about painting Warhammer miniatures. Half of my kitchen table is currently covered in paint pots. Yeah, that's all I have to offer. That's me, Mario. It's not me, Mario. I'm ping. I'm really tired. I'm ping ponging it over to Artie.
Hello, people of the internet. I'm RDMK. You can find me at RDMK on Blue Sky and on YouTube, and Noonlight Creations on Instagram. I do a bunch of things all over the place. Blades in the Dark, Teens in Space, both on Panzer Stables and on Rollers Giant. But I personally am recently I've been getting into doing a system that I really enjoyed playing because it allows you to be petty little mean beaches, and you are encouraged to be so. And it's a
Yeah, but
system
what you're
called
playing?
it's a system called To Serve Her Wintry Hunger, where four malignant winter spirits serve a queen of winter, and they hunt and harry a lone, foolish prey who has wandered into a winter woods. And I enjoy seeing how unhinged people can be when they're encouraged to be so. And I certainly do enjoy playing the strict, cruel, and artfully playful Dommy Mommy that I have made my version of the Yukiona into. And I always get consent from my players because I do end up stepping on them at some point in the session. I've had two hunts so far. The third one is going on Roller's Joint right now, but I'm doing these outside, and we'll be putting up them on YouTube as well. So there we go.
I believe that has been all. At this point, a big thank you at House of Dreams for providing the platform, for Callum for producing, for Okami doing the social media work, and putting us out there. For did I forget anything? For the wonderful team, for all of you, it has been a pleasure. Thank you all, and have a good time zone. Bye.
Wahoo!